Nice. My scent of the day was it was so crazy. I told someone my scent of the day was Jadoob from Mind Games, and I was lying. I just realized I was lying. My scent of the day was Atomic Rose from Initio. Kamarakawa. Beautiful. What do you think about it? Is it everything I said it was? Yeah, it's really nice. It's I mean, it's a caramel latte in a bottle. You know what I mean? And that thing's nuclear. Like, you don't think it'll be crazy projective? No. If you put 2 sprays of that fragrance on, it will light up a room. It will light up a room. It's the perfect coffee shop fragrance, library fragrance, holiday fragrance, cozy by the fire fragrance, early morning fragrance. It's just nice. I mean, it's almost purely about cafe au lait. Sin of the day, Lattafa Pride, and some silver, Azara Wanted by Night Dupe. Nice, Santana. Beautiful, beautiful scents of the day. I ordered Fragrance World's Aether today. Have you tried it? I haven't tried it, but I know what you're talking about. It's that green, like, icicle, icy glass looking bottle. I forgot what it was supposed to be cloning. Was it like Greenlee or Greenwich Village? I think it's cloning like a Bond number 9, if I'm not mistaken. Greenlee, okay. Yeah, I smelled Greenlee recently, and I'm pretty sure Aether is like 90% of the way there. So, you know, and the juice from Aether looks exactly like it. So I think you probably made a good choice. I think TLTCG said it was a very valid clone. Yeah, if you want, absolutely. You can absolutely send one. Just DM me on Instagram. I'll shoot you my info. We could do a decant trade. Scent of the day, Bentley for Men Intense, just because. You know, I'm a really big fan of Bentley for Men OG. I like the rum is overkill for me in intense. So I prefer the original because it's the exact same fragrance, just less beast mode. But Bentley for Men Intense smells good. Like I that was one of the first fragrances I ever smelled. And I was like, man, this fragrance smells so good. It's unadulterated. It is man in a bottle. It is like, it is new age fougere, just girth. But it just, I can't go that loud. But I respect anybody who wears it because it's such a good fragrance. Like, I can see a lot of people in my life who would rock that fragrance amazingly. Now, with that being said, the Bentley for Men original is still an amazing fragrance. Like, it's still loud. I still get 6 to 8 hours of performance, but it's just a little bit less boozy. I love Bentley, man. I was almost ready to pick up, Momentum Unlimited, Azure, and some other ones, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just chill. And then I wind up picking up um, some Lalique fragrances to finish out the entire line. I want the entire line from Lalique. I don't need Indigo, but after this order comes in, I'll have every fragrance from Lalique and I'll be a-okay. And so I have four Lalique fragrances coming in to finish out my collection. I have Lalique White, Lalique Black and White, Lalique Ombre Noir, and Insumi. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have been waiting for my Ombre Noir and Insumi for 4 weeks now. I fell into the Joma Shop trap of buying fragrances that said 2 to 4 weeks wait on them. I am on week 4, and I am just praying that I don't get some sort of a kickback like, oh, we couldn't get it in time or whatever. Because Joma, I'm slowly starting to almost advocate against Joma Shop. They are just so scammy with the fact that they take your money up front and put you on a 2 to 4 week back order. And they can at any time, and they do this, they'll either refund your money at the end, or you get to week 4 and they tell you it's another 2 weeks, or sometimes months, or sometimes they won't even notify you at all. There's no tracking, there's no when it comes in, and it just, oh my gosh, Joma just pisses me off so much. I think this will be my last, it'll be my last order, man, and I just hope I get it. Like, I just hope it comes in the mail. As long as it comes in the mail, I don't care how much I waited. I'll just never shop at Joma again. I never do shop at Joma. That's the issue. But Joma was the only person that was carrying Insumi, which they weren't even truly carrying it, but they were claiming they had it in stock. So that was the only place I could get Ombre Noir and Insumi. So it just is what it is. But when it comes in, it'll wipe all my tears away. Yeah, Joma's, their lack of transparency is just on a whole nother level. My pre-show is coming in the mail. I have not tried pre-show yet. And the only reason I got pre-show is because I wanted to have pre-show's rendition of Aventus next to my Off-Non Supremacy Collector's Edition. And now that I discovered that you can put Encre Noir, Lalique's Encre Noir a la Extreme under both of those fragrances to get really freaking scary close to Aventus Cologne, and with the other one getting close to Hachivat. Like, now I have to have pre-show just to see how close to Aventus Cologne I get. Sorry, not Hachivat. You can get Aventus Cologne and Aventus Absolute by putting Encre Noir a la Extreme under pre-show and Off-Non Supremacy Collector's Edition. So it's coming. It'll be here next week. Thoughts on Oud for Glory? Okay, Oud for Glory, so that's the clone. It's great. Phenomenal fragrance. There aren't much fragrances like it. But as far as Body Al Oud's Amethyst, I'm not the biggest fan. Which is ironic because I wore Atomic Rose today, which is said to be that fragrance. They're not the same, but they're very close. They're about 80% close, but Amethyst is jammy, jelly rose, and Atomic Rose is fresh, pungent rose water, or like rose oil. Yeah, Triple Traders is nice, but they're so limited on their selection. I think Fragrance by CA is the go-to here. But the only reason I shop at Joma or Max Aroma or these type of places, Lucky Scent, is because they carry certain things that none of those websites will ever have. You know, just is what it is. I was planning on getting Ombre Noir from them. I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, bro. You know, I'm not a stickler for wait times, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you're not telling me anything. You're not telling me when you expect to get the fragrance. You're not telling me, hey, we recognize we're 4 weeks in, we're on the last week, we still haven't forgot about you. Like, it's just no transparency at all. They're just going to hit me with either a refund or ship out the fragrance, you know, God willing, this week. But man, I am like depressed. Um, I don't know what you put next to Supremacy Collector's Edition, Nabil. Re-ask me your question, because all I see is or Supremacy Collector's Edition question mark. I don't know what that question is. Aventus Cologne is mandarin instead of pineapple. Sorry, I meant Classic Aventus. Classic Aventus and Aventus Absolute. Do you have anything from Narciso Rodriguez? Yeah, I have Blue Noir Parfum. It's excellent. I don't know what's better, Blue Noir Parfum or 8 and Bob Egypt, but as a blue version of Dior Homme Intense, Blue Noir Parfum is really, really nice. I do think it's redundant if you have Dior Homme. Even though it's a blue take on the Dior Homme DNA, I do think it's redundant to have a blue version of that. But, you know, to each his own. It is cool. I highly respect the creativity because they nailed like Dior Homme blue version. Yo, bro, incense? I don't know what that means, bro. Oh, Armaf per show or collector's edition? Both. Both, man. You have to get both. They're two completely different fragrances, but they capture both sides of the market. You know, per show tries to be Aventus Absolute, but not quite. But so it's got more of the earthy, woody, birchy side of the coin, but it is very fruity. It's ramped up on fruits. But then Afghan Supremacy Collector's Edition is more hot chavati with a lot more oak moss, and the pineapple style is a little bit different. So both are incredible fragrances at the $40 price point, and both of those fragrances are better than L'Aventure, Afghan Supremacy Not Only Intense, Nitro Black, Club de Nuit Intense Man, and Club de Nuit Intense Man Limited Edition. So you have to have both. You have to. Why can't they just say it's out of stock? Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. They refuse to. And what's crazy is on a fragrance that says 2 to 4 weeks, technically they'll take your money up front. Technically, it is out of stock when they're saying it's in stock. They don't have the fragrance at all. They're surfing for the fragrance. So they're just hoping in the 2 to 4 week period that they get it. But I know many people that the 4th week hits and they just get a refund, like no explanation. So like, honestly, like I said, the only reason I shopped on Joma is because they were the only people that carried the 2 fragrances I've been dying to have. And it's the last time I'm going to order from them. Point blank, period. Plus, I'm just sick with this facade that all these people have deals. I've yet to see one deal from any website. Micro perfumes, it's like they just changed the language. 15% off. Buy one, get the second one half off. Buy 2, get 1 free. It's all like a 20% off window, and they just word it differently. And then they make all these seasonal sales where they just switch around the verbiage, and it's really pissing me off. Tú eres dominicano. ¿Cuál es la fragancia más sexy en una mujer? Uh, sexy Dior Homme Intense, Dior Sauvage Elixir, Gucci Guilty Elixir. Scent of the day, Guy Fawkes Nightcap. Interesting. Then went to Vibrant Vetiver Delight and still getting wafts 12 hours later. Dude, it's scary. Like, it is scary. Like, bro, the first time I ever tried Vibrant Vetiver Delight, I was like, man, this performance is terrible. And it was crazy because, like, I put like 8 sprays on, and then like I couldn't smell myself. I went like Nosmic or whatever, and then like 2 hours into it, I was just sitting in the truck, and like I just started catching crazy wafts of it, and I'm like, wait a second, like this fragrance is actually low-key nuclear. It's like a silent killer. That thing lasts forever, dude. It's just a subtle fragrance though. Like it's low-key wafts, but you have to be tuned in to pick it up. But it lasts forever on skin. Vibrant Vetiver Delight is special, man. I wish more people would be into it. Byredo fan? Yes, absolutely. We reviewed on the channel last week, but they're not posting until next week. Actually, no, this weekend, my Byredo reviews will come out. I reviewed Bibliotech. I reviewed Ball de Freak. I reviewed some resiny, like vanilla type fragrance. I forget the name of it. And then I also did one other Byredo. Might have been the Saffron one or something like that. Saffron something. But it's... I'm not a big fan of Byredo, to be honest, so far. Like, Byredo feels like another version of replica fragrances. Not a big fan of replica either. I feel like the way those fragrances smell, they should not be $80 to $100. Replica fragrances smell like $40 fragrances. And I feel like Byredo smells like $50 or $60 fragrances. But they're all so like organic smelling and slightly synthetic that they're not worth the price, but they do have some great fragrances. Like I liked Bibliotech, I like Ball de Freak, I like the vanilla resin from the Signature line. It's called Vanilla something. Then Maison Margiela's replica line, but their prices are stupid for the type of juice you're getting. If those fragrances were like $60, then I would say get all of them. You know what I mean? But they're just, I don't, nobody holds Byredo on the same level as Tom Ford, Bond Number 9, Parfums de Marly, Roja, Chanel, Mind Games, Amouage, Creed. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're similar to Dossier, but they are a little bit more complex than that. Like, they do feel like fragrances. A lot of Dossier doesn't feel like fragrances. They feel like 99-cent store exclusives. You know what I'm saying? Like, we reviewed like 6 Dossier fragrances. A lot of the popular ones. Bleu de Chanel, Acqua di Gio, Sauvage, Tobacco Vanille. And almost all of them were like so bad. Have you tried Creed Viking? Yes, I have. I don't think it's that special. There's 2 versions of Creed Viking. I don't know the difference. One's like a red label and one's like a white label with red print. Viking something and then just standard Viking. They did a reformulation of it. It's a modern fougere. It's very clean and soapy with fougere touches. It's not worth the money, in my opinion. Like, Creed Viking smells like you took a shower with like Lever 2000 or Irish Spring and mixed some White Bar Dove soap you know, that had like a cedar flavor to it. And then you put like a drop of mint and like some pepper, you know. It's very interesting to smell, but to me, Bois de Portugal is way more sophisticated and a better fougere than Viking. What's your go-to date night and seductive fragrance? Man, I mean, you really can't beat Dior Homme. You just can't. You know, seduction in a bottle. Um, you know, Blue Noir from Narciso Rodriguez is really nice. Hot Chavat is really, really nice. My wife likes a manly man. She doesn't like a man to wear anything sweet. So when I'm wearing fragrances out with my wife, I have to be conscious of that and not wear anything over like a 4 out of 10 sweetness. So I'm typically going with like fougères or classy fragrances that just have a little bit of sweetness, you know, like a Hot Chavat, Dior Homme, Ganymede, um, you know, Tom Ford Noir, Oud Wood, you know, I've been rocking with Coromandel recently from Chanel. Stunning. Everyone talks about Cedrat Boisé, but they need to be talking about Chanel Coromandel because that fragrance annihilates Cedrat Boisé like crazy, and they're virtually the same fragrance. But yeah, those are some sexy fragrances. If you want to go designer, sexy, you know, YSLY, Dolce & Gabbana K, Sauvage Elixir, Bleu de Chanel, you know, Spice Bomb Extreme, you know, even something like Bentley for Men Intense, or sorry, Mercedes-Benz Intense. Yeah, those are all sexy. Anyone tried Paris Corner's Appletini? It's good. It's good, SoCal, but Appletini is a DNA where it's like, yeah, it's really close to what it's cloning, but at the end of the day, it's an Appletini. So how much are you going to wear Appletini in the cold? To me, I would get Moscow Mule or Maj Mule because it's a lot more versatile than Appletini. You know, Maj Mule is like ice water and citrus with like a more interesting, nuanced take on something like Mahir Legacy Silver. You know, scent of the day, Lionheart. Baby boy, Lionheart is Lamal Elixir clone, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know in the chat. Can I get Byredo Ball to Freak vibe if you remember from another scent with a better price point? Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I'm glad you asked. We were just talking about this earlier. Take a screenshot right now. I'm about to remove it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Ball to Freak. 100%. 1-to-1. Ball to Freak's just a little more earthy, but Ball to Freak smells just like this, fool. Vibrant Vetiver Delight. Smells like Sprite. Fancy Sprite. Super fun, playful, projection, longevity, sillage, monster. It's not nuclear, but it is beast mode. Super fun and playful to wear. Really nice. Thoughts on Gritty Rebellion? I have no clue what that fragrance smells like, Henry. I apologize. Anyone try out Paris Corner's Appletini? We answered that. Armoff's Odyssey Black Edition, good. Yes, it is very good. It's one of the best fragrances out there. I mean, you see it behind me, right? I wanted something close to Creed, Spice, and Wood. Is there a fragrance from Creed called Spice and Wood? I've never heard of it. One sec, guys. I don't ever recall there being a fragrance called Spice and Wood from Creed. Okay. So Lionheart is Lamal Elixir. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Never heard of Spice and Wood. In fact, when I was at the Creed booth, they had everything from Creed. They did not have Spice and Wood. They had all the Aventus, Viking, Bois de Portugal, you know, Silver Mountain Water, Virgin Island Water, Queen of Silk, Millesime Imperial, both versions of Viking, Green Irish Tweed. I never saw Creed Spice and Wood there at all. Is it an older fragrance? Oh, 2010. Man. Yeah, 15 years ago. Well, I mean, but they have Bois de Portugal, and that was made in like 87 or something like that. So they should have Spice and Wood, but I didn't see it there. They had Royal Oud as well. I'm thinking about snagging up that Royal Oud clone from Ministry of Oud, Oud Royal. Thinking about snagging that up. It's from the Royal Exclusives line. Okay. Thoughts on Eternal Oud being a good Grand Soir clone? Yeah. You know, on my review, I told people that the opening is not 1-to-1, but that if you let this dry down, it becomes Grand Soir 1-to-1. I just sprayed it on my wrist. We're going to give it 5 minutes, and I'm going to reconfirm. Because in the opening, this feels very dusty and like a dusty, fresh take of Grand Soir. It has the amber, it has the vanilla, it has the spice, but it's not creamy in the opening. It's dusty in the opening. It's like the difference between smelling Dior Homme Intense and Dior Homme Parfum. Dior Homme Parfum is just really fresh. So this is very fresh. We'll see how it dries down. Because I actually haven't worn this in like, almost feels like a year. And I love Grand Soir, but I have Grand Soir, so I've been wearing Grand Soir. One of the best bottle presentations in clone history, though, wouldn't you agree? I mean, this on your shelf just looks crazy. Wingardium Leviosa. Yeah, so far it just lacks the creaminess. That's always been the hard part, you know. They have this fragrance, then they have Dun Soir from FOMO. This kills Dun Soir. Dun Soir is like a reinterpretation, remix of Grand Soir. I mean, dude, here's the thing, man. You get the DNA. You get pure vanilla, amber. It's just not that creamy. It's more like Eternal Oud is to Grand Soir what Dior Homme Parfum is to Dior Homme Intense. So it's the same DNA, but the iris is dusty, fresh in the air, and less creamy, close, intimate. So you get the Grand Soir DNA dead perfect. on the dry down, but it feels more fresh than creamy. So that's the only nuance, and because of that, I have to say it's like 80%, even though normally when I say 80% close to a fragrance, it's because the 20% goes a different direction. That's not what happens here. This 20% makeup is just for the fact that the vanilla has a heavier weight and creamy, smooth, more close knitness to it, almost like chocolate, like white chocolate. Whereas with Eternal Oud, it just freshens up almost like a potpourri, but it still gets you there, but it's not 1-to-1, and that sucks. Like, there's a significant difference between Grand Soir and this just from a chemical composition standpoint. But I'm glad I bought this fragrance because this is the closest I've ever gotten to Grand Soir, and it matches the DNA perfectly. You know, getting that creaminess out of it, I don't know. Like, a good test would be, and this is a reach like I've never seen before. The creamiest fragrance I have is probably Cayenne Classic or Kawa. So I'm going to try two things. Kawa is very ambery, and even though it's coffee, it might provide that creaminess better than Cayenne Classic, because with Cayenne Classic, even though it's creamy, it's iris. So I feel coffee is closer to vanilla amber than iris. So let's see what happens when we mix those two. This is Eternal Oud and Kamrakawa. And I put Kawa on the bottom so that hopefully Eternal Oud would duff out the coffee as much as possible. Any recommendations? I've heard Soir from Fragrance World is the best Grand Soir cologne. That's false. Completely false. And it's not Soir, it's Dun Soir. It's the red bottle. And Eternal Oud kills Dun Soir. Dun Soir is like a remix to Grand Soir. Wow, that's special. Guys, that's a special combo. It's not quite Grand Soir, but it's closer to Grand Soir. It takes Eternal Oud from an 80 to a 90 because it puts that weight under it. It does have a slight bit of coffee, but the coffee kind of gets duffed out. I would venture to say that the ratio you want to go with Kawa and Eternal Oud is 2-to-1. 1 spray of Kawa per 2 sprays of Eternal Oud, and the Eternal Oud has to go on top of the fragrance. So wherever you spray it on your body, put 2 sprays of Eternal Oud. I would go something like 1 spray front and back of Kawa, 1, 2, and then I would take Eternal Oud and go 1, 2, 3, 4 on top of that Kawa, and you'll get about 90% there. Now that's special. That is special. That's a really nice combo, guys. Wow. Oh man, that's almost like angel share with coffee, but even more dense. That's going on the combos list for sure. Now just for kicks, I want to see what the creaminess from Dior Homme would do with Eternal Oud. Even though I don't think it'll get close to Grand Soir, I just want to see what that type of powder take on this would do. Any recommendations for a wintertime fragrance, $200 or below, no vanilla? Absolutely, dude. You don't have to go vanilla for winter. I would say so I can't say Tom Ford Noir Extreme because that's vanilla, but I can say Tom Ford Noir Original Eau de Parfum. So I'm going to say that. I'm going to say Effing Fabulous from Tom Ford. I'm going to say Blue Noir from Narciso Rodriguez. I'm going to say 8 and Bob's Egypt. I'm going to say Dior Homme. Intense, not Parfum. I'm going to say 200. Mancera's Jardine Exclusive. Yeah, that should be plenty. That should be plenty for you, dude. All those are under 200, but they are $100 to $200 fragrances. Yeah, Eternal Oud and Cayenne Classic is a dud, but Eternal Oud and Kamarakawa is special. Thank you, Greenlee. Thank you. Yeah, I always refer to 8 and Bob Egypt as the Hachivat of Iris. They take Dior Homme Intense and give it a Hachivat feel with oak moss without pineapple and birch. Really nice fragrance. Really nice fragrance. My gosh. Also might want to check out Mancera's Pearl. What other questions y'all got for me, man? Your boy's getting tired. What up, Kicks? What's poppin'? Good to see you, Kicks. What's your opinion on the Immortal? Immortal? Oh, Immortel. I mean, it's close to L'Immensité, but this fragrance taught me that I don't like L'Immensité as much as I thought I would. When I went back and smelled L'Immensité, I was like, nah, that ain't it. Imagination's better. Pacific Chill's better. Shoot. Meteor's better. Now, this cost me like $15 on TikTok Shop. So, it ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string. But still, I'm going to decant this out for free. If you're a subscriber and you want this, we'll do a giveaway at the end of the month. And we'll hand out 10 mLs of this. You guys will enjoy it. It's just not my tea. I got a bottle and didn't really like it due to it being so strong. Yeah, I mean, it's just as a DNA, it's not interesting enough to be as strong as it is. And I mean that even from the Louis Vuitton fragrance. It doesn't move me. And it might just be because I've been exploring so much niche lately. But, so like being put onto so much niche has made me almost have a disdain for Louis Vuitton fragrances, even though Louis Vuitton is like designer niche. I just feel like a lot of Louis Vuitton fragrances really just give you different variations of a citrus basket with aromatics and aquatics. They don't put a lot of woods or any girth under the fragrances, so they're all just super playful. You know, it's like a bunch of rich kids at a pool party. You know what I'm saying? I really like Coral Fantasy. Coral Fantasy's cool. Coral Fantasy's cool. Hey, man, we ain't up to nothing, Kicks. We ain't up to nothing, bro. We ain't up to nothing, man. Got off of work, long day. I'm tired. Which reminds me, I don't know why I'm wearing a hoodie in Arizona right now. Ugh. Have you tried any Frederick Mall? Yeah, man, I tried the whole line. I tried the whole line last week. What was I impressed by? Portrait of a Lady didn't move me as much as I expected it to, but it's still good. French Lover is good. Vetiver Extraordinaire is okay. There's another rose fragrance that's pretty solid. But yeah, Frederick Mall, there were about 4 or 5 fragrances that caught my attention. Everything else was just very mid to me. Have you tried Tarathi Blue or Missoni Wave? Yeah, both. I would go with Tarathi Blue. But honestly, instead of Tarathi Blue, I might venture to go for Lalique Ecus. I just think it's better. Or an Elysium clone. Instead of Tarathi Blue, get FOMO Fragheads Asylum from, I think, FOMO's Fragrance World or whatever. Get FOMO Fragheads Asylum. It's better than Tygar and Elysium, or better than Tygar and Imagination. Yeah. Kicks, give me that scent of the day, baby. Yeah, absolutely Eternal. Give FOMO Fragheads Asylum a shot, 25, 30 bucks. You will wear that every single day. And you'll feel like a man wearing it too. It's not, all this citrus aquatic medley stuff it's getting played out. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you're on the water a lot, okay. If you're doing pool parties and hotels and beach vibes, you know, they're cool. But rock Fragheads Asylum next to those, and you will feel like a man. The vetiver under there, the vetiver amber base is what all those fragrances have always needed. And, you know, to have a manliness under the citric bowl. You know, there's nothing wrong wanting to smell like fruit punch and freaking all that stuff, coconut and all that, but I need some meat on my bones. You know what I'm saying? Promise is good. Promise is good, Joel. Promise is good. I can vouch. Harmony, vanilla, and plum. Ooh. Ooh, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. I have Tarathi Blue. It smells great. Yeah, I have Tarathi Blue over there as well. I bought Tarathi Blue off of TikTok Shop for $9. Might be $11. $9 or $11 I got it off TikTok Shop. I was absolutely blown away. So in that case, I'm buying 10 of them as stocking stuffers. You know, start telling my friends to put some respect on my name. Ooh, I'm tired, guys. Yeah, it was insane. Because when you join TikTok Shop and you make a purchase on the TikTok Shop app, they give you a 45% off coupon of whatever you want. So I put that 45% on Tarathi Blue, and they gave that sucker to me for like 11 bucks. Free shipping. Dapper Fragrances version of Suspiro Vibrato Scent Bubble. You must try it. Well, I'm going to steal your comment and screenshots. Bam. All right, it's in the bag. I paid 30 bucks, still a great deal. Yeah, it is a good deal. You pay $50 or less for a clone that's good, it's a good deal. I pay any T-note fragrance recommendations. Absolutely. Let's start cheap. I would go with something like Vintage Green 78 Banana Republic Fig Tea Green. I would go with something like La Corday from Montclair. You're going to get lemon tea. I would go with Oolong Cha. Kicks will probably tell you to get Oolong Cha straight, which I'm not mad at, but you'll get oolong tea and bergamot or oolong tea and lemon, yuzu, I believe, one way or another. Really nice tea fragrances. So there's a $15 fragrance in there, and then 2 fragrances that sit around the $100 price point. Tea notes are so nice. Bois 1920 Ultramare. Okay. You know, Oolong Cha is starting to warm up to me, man. I don't know what it is. It's just got a earthy, like, when I put that fragrance on, I just this is what I say in my head. I'm like, dun 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 dun. I feel like I'm in a dojo, bro. Like I'm about to learn how to like hold my breath for 60 minutes or something crazy like that. It's just got a grassy lemon vibe. Lemongrass. That's what it is. Oolong Cha is lemongrass and oolong tea. La Corday is more like cleaning supplies, organic lemon and tea. But it's still good. Still good. But Oolong Cha, at first I was like, man, come on. And then I put it on and I just was like, dun 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 dun. Oh! And it was just like, I just had to put some respect on it. Ordered that Rayhan Cal Cologne collab and Tiger off the TikTok, both $60 yesterday. Hopefully it's good. I'm praying it is, dude. I'm praying it is. It should be good, though. I think you're in good hands. Black tea clone of Gris Charnel. You know, Gris Charnel has a tea note in it as well, I'm pretty sure. And even Silver Mountain Water, I believe, has a tea note as well, if I'm not mistaken. You know, like a green tea. So you can go in that direction too. But, you know, that's not a cheap fragrance either. But, I mean, you can get off Non-Supremacy in Heaven, Silver, and get that tea note. It's heavy tea note and black currant, you know. So you can go Silver Mountain Water as well for some tea. Oh, I enjoyed Le Labo Tea Noir, that tea mocha. Even Maison Francis Kirkjohn Aqua Media it doesn't have a tea note in it, but it has What is that green stuff you chew on? Fennel and matcha, which creates a kind of green tea accord, which is really nice. So definitely try Aqua Media as well from Maison Francis Kirkjohn. It's a green, very green juice. Give me some last minute questions, y'all, before I conk out. My eyes are getting droopy. Ugh. Is Stronger With You worth it, or should I go for Stronger With You? Absolutely. Both are great. Both are great. If you want something more ramped up, get Absolutely. If you want something light but still can give you 6 to 8 hours of performance, go with Stronger With You, you know, original or regular. But they're both great. They're both really good. One's just really ramped up. You know, good little date night fling. Yeah, I think Kicks made a good buy. Made a good buy. I got a lot to talk about with that blue and that Seraphim joint. I got a lot to say about Seraphim Red and Blue. They are so unique. And I don't know which one I like more. I think men will probably tend to lean towards blue because it's more familiar. But red's kind of nice too, bro. That Taj 2 is crazy. Yo, y'all Google Fragrance World's Taj 2. That bottle looks insane. And I thought that fragrance was super mid, and it's very light. But that's probably why I thought it was mid, because it was so light. But man, that fragrance has a beauty to it. Taj 2? Taj 2 kind of goes low-key crazy. Oh, I'm gonna hit. Oh, listen, my Valentine's Day arsenal is crazy. My Valentine's Day picks is going dumb right now. I might have to drop that video after Valentine's Day because some of the fragrances I got coming next week is dumb. Bro, I have so many cool episodes dropping, it's not even funny. I mean, let me put y'all on, man. This is just what's coming, like, right around the corner. Can I move this? Yes. So tomorrow we drop Taj 2. And then we got Sutton Place Bond Number 9, Mind Games Mentor, Mind Games Checkmate, Brioni Eclat, Byredo Vanilla Antique, Byredo Bibliothèque, Oud Silk Mood, L'Homme Guerlain Ideal Extreme, French Avenue Royal Blend Nero. So we got that stuff loaded up in the queue. And then tonight I just did Mind Games Jadoub, Chanel Sycamore, and Initio's Musk Therapy. So we got a lot of heat coming. And that ain't even the start, bro. Then I got the 2 reviews I did for Seraphim Blue and Red. We got some more Chanel. Got a lot of Creed coming. I mean, it's just stupid. Any fragrances with eucalyptus? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Eucalyptus probably won't even smell like much. I'll tell you something that feels medicinal like eucalyptus, and that's Mont Blanc Presence. There's the combination of heliotrope and mint kind of could create some sort of eucalyptus accord. So try this, Mont Blanc Presence. That right there is probably the closest you're gonna get to eucalyptus, in my humble opinion. That fragrance is a sleeper. Never thought I would be recommending a Mont Blanc fragrance ever. I'm wondering which Seraphim you like the best. Can't wait for the vid. I mean, to be honest with you, bro, right now I'm split. I need to wear them more. And thank God I had enough of that blue juice. I have enough to do like another day or two wearing of it. So I'm sitting on it. But yeah, I mean, blue seems like the obvious choice. Like if I'm being political, it's fresher, it's bluer, you know, it's easier to want to like than red. But red has this more seductive, low-key, sensual vibe to it that, you know, I was talking to Gator, and Gator's wife really loves Seraphim Red, and he really likes Seraphim Blue. But I was like, bro, low-key, red kind of goes crazy too under, you know what I mean? Like, red, you know, again, it's going to come down to circumstance. You know, you're going to feel like blue you can wear any season, any reason, whereas red feels flirtatious, you know, it feels more date night, semi-formal. Almost kind of has a red tobacco vibe too. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to wear them some more. You think new Blue de Chanel flanker is real? Yeah. If they spoke on it, yeah. But I'm pretty sure that doesn't even come out till like June. If there's one out now, I don't think it's real. What are some great sweet fragrances that are very refined and classy? Tuxedo, Tom Ford Noir, Spice Bomb Extreme, Stronger With You, YSLY, MFK Grand Soir, MFK Oud Satin Mood, Dior Homme, Angel Share, Parfums de Marly Wajan, Maison Francis Kirkjohn Amorous, Extrait, Initio's Musk Therapy, Portrait of a Lady, Les Leon from Chanel, Tobacco Vanille, Tom Ford, oh yeah, I just got a notification from Triple Traders. Two of my fragrances are coming. I just got so Triple Traders is sending me Zara Man, which is supposed to be a better Tom Ford Black Orchid clone than Black Origami Oud 24 Hours and then there's another one. Zara Man is supposed to be very close to Black Orchid, and then they're also sending me Musk Therapy clone from Initio. Excited to see what that's hitting for. Do you like Stronger With You Intensely? It's good. It's not my go-to, but it's good. I can't hate on it. Stronger With You and Stronger With You Intensely are both good fragrances. I think I might lean towards the Stronger With You regular, just so I don't creep into angel share territory. I don't like super sweet fragrances, so I like it as dialed back as humanly possible. But that's just me. Reserve Privé goes crazy too. I can't even front. Reserve Privé goes dumb crazy. Yeah, I mean, dude, listen, Reserve Privé is like goat sexy velvet iris. Like Reserve Privé, I totally forgot. Yeah, I was trying to think of some others, but like we already named a lot. We named a lot, bro. I will, Kicks, but I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I think I got enough, bro. Cause I wore them each for one day, and then I hit the test strips so I could see some longevity on paper versus skin. And I think I got about 2 day wearing left of it, bro. I'm good. I'm very grateful. Um, and I'll have plenty of experience with the fragrance with the little bit of juice I have left on that. And red is full as crap. So, nah, I appreciate it, bro. We'll save that shipment for another time for a swap. I owe you at this point, bro. Thank you so much. You're very considerate, and I really appreciate that, man. For real. Yeah, Reserve Privé is just different. I mean, you want to talk sexy? There's so many directions you could go, bro. Prada Black, Prada Luna Rosa Le Parfum. Like, should I buy discontinued Prada Luna Rosa Ocean? Should I buy discontinued fragrances on eBay, or do you think it's better to move on and forget about it? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's so hard to go about discontinued fragrances, bro, because you really should be doing that type of business in person. You know, find people on Facebook Marketplace selling it and meet them in person, carry a gun on you, and hope that they're not bullcrapping you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they have really high ratings before you conduct business. But chasing discontinued fragrances, bro, I don't understand it. There's so many fragrances out there, man. Like, bro, if you ever feel like you need to go search for a discontinued fragrance, just go Google Neiman Marcus and find a Neiman Marcus near you. Go drive out to Neiman Marcus and just smell niche fragrances all day. You'll just see how much you're missing out on. Like, don't go to Sephora, don't go to Ulta Beauty, go to Neiman Marcus and just smell all niche fragrances. Smell 100 of them, and then tell them you like certain ones from each house and get some free samples. Take those home, and you won't even say the word discontinued. I'm serious, man. You go into a Neiman Marcus, like, cause I get it, man. You go inside a Sephora, you go inside of a Kohl's, you go inside of a Ulta Beauty. You're done. You're burnt out from Ross, TJ Maxx, and Burlington, and Nordstrom Rack. you're just tired. You're like, man, I don't know how much more, you know, freaking Gucci and Dior and Marc Jacobs and Aqua di Gio and YSL. I don't know how much more of that I can smell. And then I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're rack stored out, you're designered out. Go to a Neiman Marcus and give yourself like an hour or two to just go and smell Chanel, Tom Ford, Amouage, Roja, Creed, Mind Games, MFK, Parfums de Marly, Frederick Malle, Initio. Just run the gambit. Byredo, Bond Number 9. Like, and just reacquaint yourself with the fact that there's plenty of fragrances out there for you that you have not been tapping in with. And you'll leave with, you know, 20 different samples of fragrances that retail at $300 or more, and you're just gonna walk home so happy. I've got a video that I made just documenting my first encounter at a Neiman Marcus with my son. And Neiman Marcus was so fun that my son sat in the video with me because he was hyped that he got to go in there, and he don't know nothing about fragrances. He doesn't even have fun being in a Sephora. So when he walked out of Neiman Marcus, he was like, Dad, those scents were so cool. I liked vanilla, and he had a bunch of test strips on him. You know, you're going to walk out of there with 100 test strips that you want to put in your pocket and take home. I mean, it's just a whole different experience. It'll reinvigorate and reignite your passion for how much is out there. I'm really proud to say that I'm about to own every fragrance in the Lalique line. That was like one of my goals, is to own every fragrance from Lalique. And next week I'll be able to say that. I couldn't quite go all in on Bentley, but that's okay. But I'm so excited to have every Lalique fragrance, and I'm probably going to make a special display just for those. Yeah, Harmony Code. Well, you know, Harmony Code, I believe, is very hard to find right now for a good price. But I think BT Sense reviewed it and said even though it might not have the most insane performance, it's still an incredible fragrance. Like, it's really close to Armani Code Absolute. Like, it's 1-to-1 basically. You might not get all the performance, but I mean, it's a fresh fragrance. What kind of performance are you trying to get? You're at least going to get 4 or 5 hours out of it. Just walk around and spray yourself back up. It's hard to get an Armani Code Absolute DNA juice that's spot on. I don't know, man. Go watch my boy BT Sense. BT Sense did a review of Harmony Code, and he gave a pretty thorough review, and he's no fluff. He gives it straight. I would check out his review. You know what I mean? I mean, there's so many things you can do to ramp up a fragrance. You could put lotion on. You know what I'm saying? You could not be a sissy sprayer. You could take a shower. You know what I'm saying? You could hit your skin instead of clothes. I think Armani Code DNA is not meant to be sprayed on clothes. It's meant to be on skin. Yeah, BT went in on that fragrance like recently, like 3 weeks ago. All right, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to give you guys quality. I don't want to give you guys bull crap, and I'm starting to get tired. It sucks I can only go live late at night, but I try to do it so that I can interact with you guys. So, but the reality is I'm shot. And I don't want to sit around here and do it for views and stuff. I want to actually bring value. So I appreciate you guys. Again, tune in. We've got like 20 episodes in the queue. So we're dropping heat this week. I got so much stuff to post. I forgot how much is on my phone, but I'm excited to share all this stuff with you guys. I got new content, new game shows, new concept videos. So just strap up, get ready, because we're going to the moon with it. Kicks, I need you on the show. Oh, we're also doing Rate My Fragrance collection. So if you have a picture of your collection, snap a picture with your phone, send it to scentbubblesubmit@gmail.com. Again, that's scentbubblesubmit@gmail.com. I've got a lot of people's collection. People have been emailing me like crazy, but if you want to get on the part 2 episode of Rate My Fragrance collection, I'm doing my next batch this weekend, and you could be on it. We look at your collection, I give it a rating, I talk a little bit about it, I give you some recommendations based off what you have, what you should look into based off your interests. It's just a really good time. So shoot me over your fragrance collection if you're interested in that. We do it for free. You don't have to get on camera. I just rate your collection by pulling up your picture, and it's a great time. Love y'all, man. Greenlee, thank you for your transcriptions. Joel, thanks for always popping in. Kicks, shout outs to Kicks. Follow and subscribe to his channel. He goes live all the time, and he's always got some heat. Good peoples. And yeah, man, this is the Scent Bubble, man. Listen, y'all be blessed. Until next time,